Hello again, storage chasers. Welcome to another video, and hope everybody is enjoying the quarantine or self-quarantine, lockdown, whatever you're calling it. What we're doing is we're trying to buy storage units because that's what we do for a living. We actually use 3 different websites. We use storageauctions.com, which is the screen you see right now. And currently within 90 miles of us, there is only 7 storage units available. And they are going for just under $200 for all of them. There's a couple that are 10 by 20s, 10 by 15s. Nothing super spectacular, but that's it near us within 90 miles. I normally only do the search on this particular website to 60 miles, and so I don't have to drive that far. But within 60 miles on this website, there is none, 0. So that's not cool at all. The other next website we check out is we go to storagetreasures.com, and we do within 100 miles of us. And within 100 miles of us on this website, there are 3 units closing in 2 days, 7 minutes and 6 minutes and seconds away. And they are all tiny little units. They're just 5 by 10s. The top one here is a 10 by 20, but there's not really a lot in there. You can click on them here. This one, of course, is also, as you can see, non-lean unit manager special, which means there's just a bunch of junk in here that the manager didn't even want. But there's horrible pictures. You can't really tell what is in the unit by the bad camera work. So we don't like to waste our time on that. So far that's only 10 units near us. And that's horrible odds. The last website that we use is Lockerfox. And Lockerfox we use because, for one, they have units that are near us. If you see the little blue mark right over here, it says that it's near you. These are actually near our town, so we don't have to drive as far to get them, which is always nice. We like that. Then there's a couple other ones, 160, 50 bucks. These are not near us, but these are all closing today within less than an hour. So there's 4 that are closing today in less than an hour. I was winning this particular one here. I just got outbid. It's at $410. It's also a manager unit on the one that was near us. I'll show you how this one scrolls up, and you get pictures that you can't zoom in on. You can't really do anything with. But I do know the facility manager here, so I was able to speak to her about this particular unit, get a little, insider information, I guess, but to find out, who to belong to and stuff like that. Most people are going to bid on it because they see this TV. Nobody in the right mind would stand a brand new TV in a box on the side of a cabinet where it could fall over and break. So we're pretty sure this is empty. There's this dresser with this matching little hutch countertop. This is on its side, the countertop here, or the top for the hutch sort of thing. Here's a dresser on its side. Here's the matching dresser here. There's a lot of totes down here that have like some military shoes or some military bags. Get a little closer picture. Military bag, military bag. Here's a bunch of shoe boxes. Some Jordan boxes. These are Timberlands here. This box way up on the top up here. This is also a Timberland box up here. You can see the little symbol on it right here. That's how you can tell. The Jordans have, Nikes have these stickers on the sides of their boxes, so it's easy to identify them as well. Sometimes you can do by the color of the box too, depending on the brands. There's another couple of boxes on top up here. Like I said, TV box probably empty, so don't bid on that. But for 400 bucks, don't know if these boxes have shoes in them. The dressers are empty as far as we know because they wouldn't put them on the side. Here's some kids' toys here. Here's some just general kitchen trash and debris. The real money is, not necessarily in the dressers and stuff like that. We don't sell it for that much out here. If you can get 60 to 80 bucks for a dresser, then that's good. So even on the high end, I can get $400 for the 4 pieces of furniture in here. But then with the shoes and possible military clothing in here is not going to get me another $400, so I can't double my money, so it's not really worth it, unfortunately. But this is what we do when looking at units. You know, you got to kind of assess it, and you got to bounce back and forth and decide whether you want to invest the money in it. And you know, this one's been going on for a couple weeks now, and everybody's bidding it up now. You know, where we were at now, it's up to 430, and you know, we were good at 400 at the max, but now 430 is just, yeah. Now you're into spending your money on what you would be profiting on the unit, so it's not worth it at all. Now there was, you know, other units that are coming up that we are interested in. You can see, you get one picture to kind of decide whether you want to see the other pictures. So you just kind of scroll down, you look at the price here, you look at the size of the unit. Some people can't handle the larger units, especially if you're just starting out. You want to start with like a 5x5 or a 5x10. That's great. You don't want to jump right in and get a 10x20 unless it's, you know, smaller like this one is pictured, and it just has a few items in there. There is a mattress and a box spring, but the rest of it is just pretty much trash that's been sorted and filtered through. And you know, that's something that you learn by looking at all the pictures. So we will skip past that one as well. And this one here is $70. This one's 5x10. It's got some clothes and stuff in it. Excuse me. Interesting. It's kind of got a fake fur thing here, some coats. Doesn't look like a bunch of shoes or anything. And check out the pictures closer. Looks like bras and stuff in a tote here. It's got one cool empty tote here with a lid. Can't tell what's in it. Some hats, some laundry baskets, open totes with more clothes. Maybe some shoe boxes, maybe some purses in the back. Camouflage suitcase looking thing back here. Yeah, that's all you get. The hanging clothes, like I said, fake fur, some interesting jackets. There's a couple of wall mirrors, one on each side inside here. But that is it. That's what you got to bid on, is what you see in these pictures. Without zooming, it makes it harder. But it's going for $70, and it'll probably close at, I think somebody will jump in and take it for like 80 or 90 bucks. Not me, but somebody will. But that's an interesting one. And that's the last of the ones that are closing for today. The next ones are all going to be closing, like you see here. It'll tell you these are in 5 days, these are in 9 days, these are in 10 days. 10 days, and Lockerfox does that. They'll do them several weeks out even. So here's some that are at 13 to almost 14 days out, and they just opened up these pictures here, so a lot of people haven't had a chance to bid on them. One of the downsides for Lockerfox is the starting bid has to be $20. You can't start the bid at $10 like on the other websites. Starting bid is at $20, and then you can go up in $10 increments, or you can put in your proxy bid and it'll go up automatically, the $10 increments. But these ones here, like I said, they're still 2 weeks away, so hopefully the quarantine stuff will be over by then, and maybe we can get us another unit. It doesn't look like we'll be getting one today, but we'll see. Christmas tree, we know that's that's going to be a hard sell right now. We have sold them, and we, you know, if we have the space to store stuff and then take it to the flea market, they do sell. We've sold them for 25 to 40 bucks for a used Christmas tree. You know, 7 foot up to 7 foot, pre-lit, all that good stuff. So yeah, don't discount reselling other Christmas trees when you're assessing the value of a unit. You have to look for all the money that's possible in the pictures before you bid on it, though. We try not to bid on anything that we can't double our money on, or at least if we know that we have a prospected buyer that has asked us to look for a certain item, then we'll do that. Like we have people that will ask us, you know, if you find a couch, you find musical instruments, if you find a desk, if you find, you know, shoes or clothes or scrubs, because a lot of people are after that. A lot of people want dressers and bed frames and stuff. But right now during the quarantine, it's just hard to sell because you don't want, you know, to get in contact with people. They don't want to come look at it. They want you to deliver it, and they want you to like leave it in the yard, and like, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. But mainly what I'm going to do today is instead of winning the unit I wanted to, I'm going to see how high it goes. And looks like it's closed now. I will have to check and see. Yep, it sold for $450 for that unit, and there was no more than about $250 to $300 should have been the highest that should have went for, because there wasn't any other value in there, especially after we talked with the manager of the facility, and she had told us, you know, what she had saw in the unit, because they're not allowed to go through the units or anything, but it's just what she, you know, physically saw is different than what we see in the picture sometimes. So that's always helpful if you you know, can call the facility and let them know, or especially if you can smell it, because I've had some bad smelling units, and that particular location was one where we had the cat urine unit, if you follow our videos, which is oof, that was a bad one. But yeah, we have another unit that we're looking at possibly getting in 10 days here. We're looking to get one, so we will check that out and see in 10 days where the bidding goes on it. And the reason we're looking at this one is it's clean, for one. It's hard to see in some of these pictures, but records sell. We got a lot of records right here. There's a turntable here, looks like a disc, several disc driver in here, a couple of real wood dressers, those sell. This looks like motorcycle riding leathers up here. That'll be something that could sell. This may not look like much, but this is an actual Marlboro bag, satchel, backpack type of a bag. These actually sell for a lot, $40 to $60 for this bag alone. We had a backpack type of this, and we sold it for about $45. So we know that these sell, even in tore out condition. They sell because people want them. This is just a camping chair here. It's $5 at the flea market. Nothing spectacular there. We do have some military looking items back in here, which is always good. We've got some tools, looks like a couple of drills with some batteries. That's going to be nice. Here's some other furniture pieces, probably just stereo cabinets and that kind of stuff. These two here, some ginormous speakers, so not too bad. Vacuum cleaners, those can sell, so that'll be nice. And these here look like tents and some other tent pieces here. Tarp that goes under the tent. You can see another Ozark Trail box back here, possibly a tent or a table of some sort. And then here's a closer picture of the Marlboro bag. Like I said, we noticed it right away. And then there's a little golf club bag in there with some golf clubs. Now if you pick up a unit like this, we don't know much about golf clubs. We have a guy that goes to our church that plays golf just about every day, and it must be nice to be retired and be able to do that. But we take the bags to him, and he'll tell us whether it's, you know, low grade, mid grade, a higher grade, and kind of lets us know what type of value we could possibly get for it. And then you know, we try to sell it for around that amount if possible. So that's always good to have a lot of people that you know that know more about stuff than you do. But that's one that we are looking at possibly trying to pick up in the near future here. It's at $50 right now. It's probably going to go up a tad more than that. We are also looking at this particular unit here, and we haven't started bidding on it yet. We're going to wait and see where it gets to in the next 6 days. This one here has some unique items. It's got like a pressure washer. It's got a couple of microwaves in it. It's got a huge dog carrier in there. Right here you can see the huge dog carrier, but it has all of these, like 2 rows of boxes of stuff. Could be all paperwork from a business that closed down. Don't know. It's got boxes of, you know, stuff that looks interesting. Some old school TVs, you know, not necessarily good. Here's a kid's toy that'll sell, you know, flea markety. Here looks like an old vacuum or an old school floor buffer. Then right behind it is an old military footlocker. Not a lot of people spot that. More records in this unit here too. So there's a bunch of records. Records do sell if you have the right ones. Another nice little chest here. This is a nice little one. Here's a window AC unit right here. Let's see what else we got. We got a little toolbox here. Some other little miscellaneous tables and totes over here. Like I said, couple rows of boxes with some other stuff on it, other microwaves. Here's one of those old school type of water coolers. Kind of like what you see in the Water Boy. Yeah, just a lot of interesting things. Here's an older coffee table looking thing. We could probably even sell that for 20 to 40 bucks if we had to. But the other items in here just looks unique, and we may take a couple of stabs at this to try and get it. Last pictures, of course, is what they're going to put in here. Video games. So you got PS3 games, you've got Genesis Sega games, you've got some of these, I can't read what it is on here, other video games, but you've got at least 3 consoles of gamings right here on top of this box, which kind of says to me that it was staged since it's right up front, and they want you to bid on the unit higher, so that's why they put that right there. And that's unfortunate. We have seen this unit go up for auction before, and it was canceled because the buyer paid for it. But it looks like it may go through this month. We will wait the 5 to 6 days, and then we'll take a stab at it and see if we can get her. So we've got 2 that we're interested in out of the ones that we see right now. But at least they're having some. Like I said, we only bid online. We don't go to any live auctions. Don't believe that there is any live auctions in our area right now. So we will just be happy with what we can get. But yeah, just thought I'd share, what our day starts off with. When we are searching for units, or days that the units are closing, and the rest of the day is going to be spent posting stuff on eBay. We've got a lot of stuff going on eBay. Let me spin around here so you can see what our day is going to be like. We've got a beautiful day happening outside there. We've got our garden working. If you're not paying attention to our gardening series, we got an SC Living page on our Z Monster channel. Check that out, because we show you everything that we're growing in the garden, updates on that, plus some canning and cooking tips and stuff. But we've got our eBay stuff. We've got all kinds of stuff that we got already posted on here. Just because it's inside a priority mailbox doesn't mean that it's sold. It's just in a box ready to go. These particular items right here, these already have bids on them or have already sold, and I'm just waiting for payment so that we can mail them out. Everything else on that shelf is waiting to be sold. And I've got everything from we got sports cards to comic books to knives to Beanie Babies, going through here, and everything in between. We got some weird stuff. But yeah, this is how we spend our day. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. We appreciate you watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that fun stuff. And as always, we will talk to you later.